Yeah, yeah, yo, 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 yo. All over the world, we about to go. Truth is coming out, that's what you need to know. Blacks and Hispanics is the Israelites you need to know. You ain't never gonna hear this from a pastor though. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den with some lions. You done ended in the den.
So let's get right into it, man. What's the first piece of evidence we got up tonight? Because we got a lot of content. We're gonna go a little faster because we started a little late, but we're gonna get right into it. What was the first piece of information we got? Bring it up.
Find that, IT. Find it.
Oh yeah, we're going into COVID-19. So if y'all didn't know, COVID-19 has made a return. Right when you thought everything was good, nobody had to. They dropped the mask mandate. Remember when Texas dropped it? Because Florida, we ain't never had nothing. We just didn't care. But Texas dropped it. You know, things were getting good. Cases was going down, and then bam, Delta variant. Cases are going through the roof, and everything Esau does is planned and plotted out. All right. So what we're about to show y'all is, you know, when you read the Bible, hey, give me that in 1 Thessalonians where it say peace, peace, and then destruction gonna come. Give me that in 1 Thessalonians, I think it's 5. But a lot of people was at ease with COVID. They thought it was over with, thought it was done. They got their vaccinations, cases was going down, and now it's going through the roof. It's going through the roof. 5 and 3. We got it?
Yeah, it was reading.
Book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
So whenever you think there's peace, the Most High work, remember, he says the end of days is going to be like a woman in birth. You have different what they call it, why they going through it?
Trimester.
Not trimesters, but the actual when they in the contractions. You got contractions. You have different cycles. As you get closer, the contractions are closer and closer out. That's what's happening. Last year you had COVID. You had the big blast. You had the red flag went up in Iran. All these different things. They was real close together. Then it got quiet. COVID went down. Olympics coming on. College football's back. Everything's good. And then now here we go. Right back again. Bam. COVID's back. The white man's the devil. Everything's happening all over again. So go ahead, play the video if y'all can. Sheesh. All right. Would be good to hear.
Sound is on
Starting
zero.
to mirror last summer's
Started from the
dramatic
bottom.
spike. The country's COVID milestones tonight. Cases in the U.S. more than doubling in the last 2 weeks. Now, more than 100,000 a day. As lines for testing starting to mirror last summer's dramatic spike. The country's COVID epicenter, Florida, shattering its daily record. More than 23,000 new cases on Friday alone, and another jump in hospitalizations to more than 13,000 in the state. Cars snaking down roads, families waiting in the heat in Tallahassee.
Have you been vaccinated? I have not, no.
But just 2 blocks away at the local vaccination site, a slow trickle.
Pause.
Nationwide.
So you see, it ain't nobody getting the vaccine, but the people get sick. Okay, that's gonna happen. But when you look at the numbers, the people that's in the hospital that's jacked up is from the vaccine. But go ahead, press play.
Still more than 100 million Americans yet to get a shot.
All right, pause. Now that just said that 100 million Americans has not been vaccinated yet. That's what they say. But then there's another article, which if we get to it, it says that over 70% of Americans vaccinated. That's why they're trying to put pressure on everybody. But that's not the case. Because if that was the case, they wouldn't be doing all this, having all this pressure to get people to get it. Nobody's getting the vaccine. Go ahead, press play.
Fauci now saying he expects the FDA to give full approval to the Pfizer vaccine in just a few weeks. telling USA Today that he anticipates a flood of vaccine mandates when that happens.
We know that we can curb this in 3 to 4 weeks if everybody does what needs to be done in order to curb the virus.
But for now, hospitals in Texas are overwhelmed. All 5 Houston pediatric wards are full. 11-month-old Ava Ramirez, COVID positive, had to be airlifted to a hospital 150 miles away.
She
Pause.
arrived at a
You
hospital.
see how they're going to use an extreme case of somebody in the middle of the day? Yes, they had to be airlifted 150 miles away. Blah, blah, blah. Go ahead, press play.
In Houston, where because of her condition, they needed to put her on a breathing machine.
And concerns only mounting. 700,000 bikers expected in South Dakota this weekend for the annual Sturgis motorcycle rally, despite widespread transmission at the same event last year. And according to a document obtained by NBC News, more than 18% of migrant families on the border are testing positive before being deported. The U.S. now averaging nearly 500 deaths a day. Officials desperately hoping these rising numbers will lead more people to get vaccinated.
I'd rather know than not know.
Have you been vaccinated?
I've not been vaccinated. I have actually been against the vaccine prior to this, but I'm actually considering it now, because I do have small kids.
So, go ahead. Exit out of it. So, they're using fear tactics to get people to get the vaccines. A lot of time, this is the biggest thing. A lot of these cases, people don't even know they have it. Their jobs making them go get it. They feel a little, it's like, all right, let me go. Everybody ain't having the extreme cases that you're seeing. Go ahead. You had something else? Go ahead.
No, they're just using fear tactics, as we know.
Right.
Recycling some of the news.
Right.
Also. But I just want to pull one scripture because I know we're going to blow through this. But give me Psalms 58.
Yep.
Because you can't believe anything
right
that you see.
There you go. Especially not coming from Esau. Don't believe. And we ain't had the time, but if for your own safety, look up the Tuskegee experiments. Look it up. This is all this is all over. I ain't believing a damn thing. And before you read that scripture, speaking of the Tuskegee experiment, one of my co-workers graduated from Tuskegee. Black man. Hey, you got your vaccine yet? I got both my shots.
Wow.
I'm like, bruh, come on. You know about how they do us. But hey, that's
graduated from Tuskegee.
Proud graduate. Go ahead, bring it out. What you got?
This book of Psalms, chapter 58 and verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
So they go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Now I'm going to show you that this is nothing new, because what's the lie? The lie is for us to believe in their science and not believe that we're going to be protected from the Lord.
Yep.
Right? 2 Kings 19 right quick. 2 Kings 19. The nations have always done this to us. The nations have always tried to use scare tactics to keep us from following the Lord. Read verse 10.
Book of 2 Kings, chapter 19 and verse 10. Thus shall ye speak to Hezekiah, king of Judah, saying, let not thy God in whom thou trustest.
Stop. Read that part again. Let not what?
Let not thy God.
Thy God.
In whom thou trustest.
In whom thou trustest.
Deceive thee.
So now the God that we trust is supposed to deceive us. Right? So that we can trust in them. Read on.
Saying, Jerusalem shall not be delivered into the hand of the king of Assyria.
So the nations have always tried to get us to believe that they're the Savior and not our God.
Yep. Always. That's always been their solution. Get physicians of no value ready. Play that next video. Play the next video of what's really going on behind the scenes. What they ain't reporting. And the reason why anybody posts anything on Facebook or Twitter, Instagram, it gets posted with false information for COVID-19 comes underneath it. Play that video. So 180 people have died in India after being vaccinated. Almost 75% of these deaths were reported within 3 days of the vaccination. Damn. 617 severe and serious cases. 29% have resulted in death getting the vaccine. 'Cause I ain't seen one mainstream story on this. These are the numbers they won't show you. 93 out of the 124 deaths within 3 days of the vaccination. It says, after the shot, 18 people died between the 4th and 7th day. 11 deaths happened 8 to 28 days after the vaccination. And I forgot, what was the name of the few celebrities that that died after they got the shot? One of them was an older black man. I forgot their name.
I thought what was the baseball Aaron?
Yeah, Hank Aaron. Yep.
Yeah.
He got the shot. A few weeks later, dead. All right, click off of that. So, as we saw right there, the numbers are contradicting from what they're trying to get, what they're trying to say anyway. They want to put the illusion out there that the reason why the numbers are spiking is because people ain't getting the vaccine, so on and so forth. But they don't say one word about the side effects of getting the vaccine. I'm not saying the vaccine, everybody that get it dying. I'm not saying that. Right. What I'm saying is there's cases where people have died very quickly after receiving the vaccine. And I hate, this is an excuse a lot of people like to say, well, I've seen too many people leave the earth this year from COVID. I can't take the chance. I was like, okay. Well, I've seen too many people that's still alive for me to not take the vaccine. So you can put the flip. I'm like, you still here?
Right.
I mean, a few people have passed away. I ain't saying we haven't. What I'm saying is, I'm not seeing the numbers that's going to cause me to take something that they just created in a lab 2 weeks ago. I ain't finna do it seeing that people are dying from it.
And if you remember last year, there were stories about how there were people that died that had nothing to do with COVID.
Right.
It was attributed to COVID.
Yep, exactly.
So,
Yep. That's another fact that they're not weighing in on. Hey, y'all found that? I just posted it. The CNN article.
Somebody said Marvin Hagler.
Yep.
Hank Aaron.
Yep.
DMX. I don't know if DMX was the cause of
That was drugs.
COVID, but
that was
all
drugs.
right, read that for me, Uzziel.
Book of Job.
No, the article.
Oh, my bad.
Can you see it? Or you want me to read?
Yeah, no, I'm good. The difference between life and death.
Mm-hmm.
Black leaders step up vaccine campaigns as Delta variant hits the unvaccinated.
So notice, they always are targeting one group of people. I haven't seen one article yet where it says, hey, we need to really get the middle-aged white man to get the vaccine.
Right.
We really need to get these middle-aged Asian women to get the vaccine.
Right.
Every time you see it, they targeting black and Hispanic communities to get a vaccine. And I want you to see who they're using, the puppet masters, to push the vaccine on our people. I want you to see. And the number you can call, if you want to call in, what's the number? You know the number? They ain't got it on the screen.
They ain't got it on the screen.
Hey, what the lower third at, man? What the lower third?
Come on.
Brother,
Come on,
people asking what the number at.
Bruh.
We got it on the OBS? Dang. We ain't got the OBS up today?
It's on there.
Wait a second, I don't see it. The number, if you want to call in and share your thoughts.
You know what?
On the COVID-19. Yeah, I'll just read it from back there. 863-877-0693. Once again, that's 863-877-0693. So if you want to come in and share your thoughts, we would love to hear from you. We would love to hear from you. All right, pull up that article again so the brothers can read it.
He said Michael Ja White, his oldest son, died.
Dang. Yep, there you go. There you go. People are being negatively affected at fatal levels. All right, pull that article up. Come on, let's go.
They got it in the back over there.
All right, there you go, right there. IT is going crazy today.
Hey, the Delta variant has hit the computers.
Daniel, what's going on, man?
Scroll it up.
No, we need it right there. Ain't nobody see all the way up there. Go ahead, read it.
Scroll up. The difference between life and death. Black leaders step up vaccine campaign as Delta variant hit the unvaccinated.
You know what this is like when a campaign comes around to vote.
Right.
And they pushing the vote.
There you go.
Go ahead.
That's exactly what it is. Except now, instead of a spiritual death and a political death, they literally trying to kill you.
Yeah,
literally.
Hey, Cap. You know what's funny about that that title?
Mhm.
The Delta variant. That's saying that's the third type of a COVID
Wow.
strand.
Wow.
So that's the third one that somehow it appeared.
Yep.
So they trying something.
Yeah. And always, magically, it always hit black people. How is that? Hey, we want to read the article, IT. Why y'all keep taking it off the screen? Thank you. Scroll down. All right, go ahead, read that.
All right. CNN Jennifer Hall was hesitant to get vaccinated until early July when a Detroit pastor.
Read that again.
Oh my
Until early July when a Detroit pastor.
When a Detroit pastor.
Oh my God.
These pastors, I'm telling you. Give me that in Jeremiah where it says they scatter and destroy my flock.
Oh my God.
When you want to vote, they got souls to the polls. When you want to get them vaccinated, you got souls to the hospital. Whatever you want, whatever they want to do with the black community, they use your pastor to do it. Jeremiah 23. They use your pastors to destroy our people. That's what y'all fail to understand. They are the right arm of the white man. That's what they are. They are the right arm of white supremacy. Whether it's politics, religion, or education, when you want to get it done, you use those pastors to do it. And they shuck and jive and do whatever's asked of them.
Get the pastor.
You got it?
25?
23 and 1.
23 and 1. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Woe be unto the pastors.
Woe be unto who?
Woe be unto the pastors.
Read.
That destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture.
You see that? That's what these Christian pastors are doing to our people. They've been doing it for years with the religion. We understand that. Some of them sincerely, they may thought that what they were teaching was right. They may thought that Jesus was actually a white man with blonde hair and blue eyes. But now in these last days, the understanding is coming out, and our people are still running to these wicked pastors for solutions. It said that the sister was hesitant about getting the vaccine. But the pastor, the voice of God, said, listen, white man Jesus created a vaccine just for us.
What kind of Bible you reading?
And this is what you need. Read it again.
Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
Read.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock and driven them away.
Read.
And have not visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doings, saith the Lord.
You see that? The Most High God says the evil of their doings. Who is he speaking about? He ain't talking about the Israelites. Because we teach our people God's laws as we should. Right. He's talking about your Christian pastors out there that are leading the flock to white Jesus and white man vaccines and white man politics. Whatever you won't push, like I said, whatever you won't push, the Christian church will open up their doors and invite you in, and they'll push it. Whatever it is.
So you saying pastors for sale?
Woo! Hey, we got it. That's a whole show. Pastors for sale. Dang. Hey, pull back up the article. Pull back up the article. Pastors are for sale. Pull back up the article. I'm going to show y'all how these pastors are being used. Come on, IT. Great day. But hi, let me know something. Is it that hard?
Pull back up the article.
We got a phone call. Let's see how hard this is. Hey, shalom, shalom. You reached the Lion's Den radio show. What's your name, where you calling from, and what's your question or comment?
I have a comment. Shalom, Captain OC.
Hey,
This
shalom,
is
sis.
Masada from headquarters, New York.
Hey, shalom, sis.
All praises. Thank you. I just wanted to make my comment, which is never trust your enemies.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
could tell everything what you said so far and what we've been saying and what all your prophets been saying is on point.
All
They're
praise.
always targeting us.
Right.
like we stupid or something.
All praise to the Most High, sis. We appreciate you for calling in and listening to the show.
Thank you. Shalom.
Most High Christ bless.
Hey, Cap.
Yeah.
Hey, whenever they have something targeted towards us, a lot of times I stay away from it.
Right.
Like I saw in the news the other day, they had the New York Times, they did an article about baby powder.
Right.
How black women, they targeted black women for years. And now it's come out that it causes carcinogens and cancer and all of that.
Hey, it's funny you say that because black people are the
Like,
only people that use baby powder. If I'm correct, I ain't never seen no red baby with baby powder all over.
No.
It's always black people. Damn.
Look at
The
hip-hop
thought
music.
of every one of them is deep.
Yeah.
Crazy, that's heavy. Go ahead, go pull up the article, please.
Can we get the article?
Please, IT.
Can we get the article, IT? On the right TV.
Please, come on. There we
Thank
go.
you, sir.
Jennifer Hall was hesitant to get vaccinated until early July when a Detroit pastor convinced her that she needed the shot to protect herself and her brother.
Why I got to be Detroit?
Right.
Or Chicago or Houston or something.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Who she has cared for since he suffered an aneurysm from COVID-19. After surviving COVID-19 herself in 2020,
Right.
Hall said she decided to follow the science instead of listening to her adult children who say the U.S. government can't be trusted.
Oh, Lord. You see that? So the children understand that the government can't be trusted. But the mother listening to the white pastor, the white-faced pastor, has been persuaded.
Yeah, but it's crazy, Cap. In the first paragraph, it said that her brother suffered an aneurysm from COVID-19.
Right.
So how the heck the pastor convince you to take the same shot he suffered an aneurysm from?
Scroll down. Keep reading.
The way I felt when I had COVID was the weakest, go up a little bit, the weakest had ever been. Come back down some. I can't read that first line. The way I felt when I had COVID was the weakest I had ever been, and I don't want to experience that anymore, Hall said. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Read.
Hall, 43, was vaccinated at a weekly clinic hosted by Reverend Horace Sheffield, who has worked since December to combat vaccine hesitant and get shots in the arm of black residents at his community center.
Pause. Why is it they only opening up clinics and opening up churches and community centers to target black people? We showed y'all the video earlier. Nobody ain't going to get the shot. Right. The lines are empty, but they ain't going to the banks and offering shots. They ain't going to Publix and Whole Foods to offering shots. I bet you they go to Walmart.
Or your high ticket charity events.
Right.
There.
Go ahead, keep reading.
Now, with the highly contagious Delta virus spreading, Sheffield and other community leaders and health advocates are pleading for black Americans to get vaccinated to prevent further devastation in an already vulnerable population. They are launching campaigns, planning and promoting more vaccine clinics, and even partnering with hair salons and barber shops with hopes of reaching more black people who remain skeptical about the shot.
Listen, this is the same thing they do with everything. Why is the black man so targeted? If they loved us so much, why do we lead the world in STDs? Why do we lead in poverty? Why do we lead in all of these negative attributes if everything's targeted to help us? I'm confused. They give us the most scholarships. They give us the most grants, the most loans. They police our communities more than anybody else. Why is it that we still so oppressed as a people? That's the question y'all should ask yourself. And guess what? It's because God is the hand behind what's going on with us. That's right. The white man, his vaccines or his diseases don't got more power than God. Go to Deuteronomy 28 real quick in verse 61. I want to show y'all something. The reason why they target us, because guess what? It's a catch-22. If you get the vaccine, you might die.
Right.
If you don't get it, you'll get the actual disease, which it is real, and you might die. But listen to what God says. Read that.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 61.
Bring it out.
Also, every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee until thou be destroyed.
So, the plagues that are not written in the Bible, they were going to be sent upon the nation of Israel. Now, the reason why the white man is targeting us with the it ain't to heal us. There's an alternative motive for that. But I do believe the numbers are affecting us. But like I said, the vaccine ain't the cure. It's a deeper plot.
Right.
It's the Tuskegee experiment part 2.
Right.
That's what it is. Go ahead, you ask something.
Hey, Esau, you the goddamn devil.
Hey, I also want to say this. Hold on, before we even go there. Brother just said it. Brother Eugene Anderson. The way you know that this vaccine is not for us is because if it was for us, AIDS, right? AIDS been around for a long time. Magic Johnson got whatever shot he got.
Right.
It worked.
Right.
Meanwhile, people are dying from AIDS. I ain't never seen somebody open up and say, hey, we giving free AIDS shots. Come down. We got the Magic Johnson 22. Come and get it.
Right.
I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it. The flu shot. They don't give you that for free. When you go in Walgreens, you got to pay for the flu shot.
Hey, Cap.
Nope. Yeah.
That show you how much Magic Johnson hates his people. Because how can you cure AIDS?
Right.
You know your people got AIDS, but you won't help them.
Nope.
You got all this money. You could have been set up a clinic or something.
There you go.
To help your people
There
out.
you go.
But he hates his people.
He won't tell them nothing.
Starbucks is more important.
Right.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, all of these things coming out, and I don't see, how is it that this is free? They paying you to get a shot. They giving you free time off, 2 weeks off. They raising your pay. Hey, we'll pay you $15 an hour instead of $10 an hour. You get shot.
Wow.
What is it? What is it about this shot?
Yeah, I've never seen anything like
Never
that.
seen it. Never seen it before in my life. Go ahead, bring that script out.
You know, I just want to address something, and this part of the shot we need is a shot in the spirit to be able to discern what's going on. The sister said, "I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy."
Right.
Well, that's part of the problem.
Hey, go ahead, take that call. Hey, Shalom caller, what's your name, question, or comment? Where you calling from?
Hello, this is Jacqueline. Shalom, brothers. I'm from Las Vegas, and I just wanted to make one comment about how they did start the start of, I think, science through President Adams and Vice President Thomas Jefferson.
Right.
Not only are we targeted, but we even targeted from the beginning.
I couldn't hear you. Could you hear?
Not the last part. I heard President Adams and President who?
Vice President Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
And how you say that we've been targeted, like right now, it's been happening since the beginning.
I get what you're saying. She said, yeah,
Okay.
all praise.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
All praise. She said with the smallpox. Yep, absolutely. Yep, they gave us. Hey, that's an excellent point she just brought out. What the blankets? They gave the Native American blankets because they were supposed to be cold, and it was full of diseases.
Right.
Bring it out.
They've been lying since they got on this land, supposing to give us solutions. That's an excellent point, sister. All praise. We appreciate you for calling in. Go ahead. Bring out your point.
So go to Luke 18, because she said, "I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy." Well, that's because, first of all, our people don't even see anybody as their enemies, right? Except for, an invisible source, right? We don't see that there's an actual people that are enemies to us. Read that. Start at 1.
Book of Luke, chapter 18 and verse 1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint.
So we should always pray and not faint. All right. So what are we supposed to be praying for? Go ahead, read quick.
Saying, there was in a city a judge which feared not God, neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city, and she came unto him, saying, avenge me of mine adversary.
So this widow knew she had an adversary.
Right.
But the sister said, I wouldn't wish this.
Right.
I'm my worst enemy.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And he would not for a while, but afterward he said within himself, though I fear not God, nor regard men, yet because this widow troubleth me, I will avenge her, lest by her continual coming she weary me.
Go ahead.
And the Lord said, hear what the unjust just saith. And shall not God avenge his own elect?
So now you wouldn't wish this on your worst enemy, but God says he's going to avenge his elect.
There you go.
Right? Come on, read
Which cry day and night unto him. Though he bear long with them.
And right now, this shot and this vaccination has got us crying day and night because we're weary about, should I take it? Should I not? You just read the story.
Right.
The sister ain't even listening to reason right now. Go ahead.
I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on the earth?
So, even the Most High said he gonna judge his people.
Right.
But our people was afraid of that vengeance.
Yep. That's an excellent point. Because it also say that in, I think it's in Deuteronomy and Leviticus, everything that happened to us, he gonna put it upon our enemies.
Yes, right.
But they don't understand it.
They don't understand.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. I.U.I.C has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. I.U.I.C, we deliver the truth.